Hi, welcome back to Spirit's Path. This is D, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is Seven of Vessels and Mourning. And I meditated on this card a little bit this morning when I saw it, and the first thing I always look at is the card itself. Yeah, and here they got seven vessels, much like the Eight of Stones with skill. Here you've got vessels that are empty. All right, and the other thing that always catches my attention, and maybe you can see it, I don't know, but is the circular enlightening strikes on the head of the skull. And every time I see that, I think of Oz. And why I think of Oz, I have no idea. It could be Ozzy Osbourne, could be the Wizard of Oz. I don't know, but I'm always drawn to that skull. And, whenever people see skulls, they think of death, right? Or a skeleton. It's not much different than that guardian that's standing in front of the cave. Except that's a bear skeleton. But here you've got the skull and these empty vessels, and what this tells me, being a vessel in itself, this is an emotion. Okay, this is water energy, and it's time to honor what has moved on and mourn. Okay, and grieving takes place in a lot of different facets, whether it's you left a relationship, obviously the death of a loved one or a pet, but grieving can also be leaving a job, leaving a career path, leaving a project that you've been working on. And when I put this into context with the rest of the cards, last week we made that decision, we found that fulfillment. All right, and maybe most of you, have made that decision. It's time to move on from whatever, whether if it's a career or whether it's a job, project, a loved one, social gathering, whatever it is. All right, and the cards have been telling you all week to focus on others and to focus on yourself with that love, with that forest lovers. Find that balance within, that emotional balance, as well as the spiritual balance that's out there. Become one, with that significant other. Okay, one with your project, one with, your friends or whatever. Because, the ties that bind, are there for forever. Okay? But if you've looked within and you've noticed something different within yourself changing, it's that quest that you're on that's happened a couple weeks ago, leading up to you making that decision to be fulfilled, okay? The decision to face those fears with that guardian card and continue moving forward. And, all week we've been getting the court cards again. That Queen of Vessels coming through, all right? Telling you that, hey, what's enchanting you? What is moving you forward? It's the Page of Stones. I want you to learn something. What is it that I can learn? That King of Stones. How can I better serve my own needs? Okay, how can I be out there to, give that advice to others to find out what's going on? That Knight of Stones yesterday to help carry you forward. To help push you through. What pushed you through today to get to that mourning phase? To say, you know what? I'm done. It's time to move on. I'm not going to play around with these individuals anymore. I'm not going to get involved in a drama. It is, everything is what it is. It's out of my control. I'm not going to handle it. Okay. This is an opportunity to let go by offering thanks and being at peace with the memories you have. Okay. In a work situation, maybe it's, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to take this stress home to my family. Okay? I'm just going to, if stuff gets done, it gets done. There's nothing I can do about it. I've done my best. I've done my best to serve my customer with love. Okay? And, it's not on me. And hopefully, my customer or my vendor, whoever, they see that and they say, you know what? You're right. It's your organization. It's not you. You do a great job. And if this is a relationship, maybe it's time to let go of that relationship. Those that you thought were friends, maybe they're not really your friends. You know, I had a 5th grade teacher tell me how to spell friend. And the best way to remember that is you'll have one in the end. Friend. You'll never screw up that I and E, you know, because in the end you'll have a friend. And you know, if your friends aren't serving you, if they're not doing what's best for you, and you're not getting the energy on them, then quit hanging around them. Because it's all it is dragging you down. It's not helping you towards your quest. It's not helping you towards your goal. Okay, and sometimes, you know, you're better off because you know what? Okay, so you mourn this process, and you heal from the death or the failure. Okay, you heal yourself to continue walking down your own spiritual path. You know, and what that does later on, it brings you peace and honors that which has passed. You know, I think back to, you know, stuff that I've moved on from the past, and yeah, I've mourned from it for a little bit, you know, maybe sometimes more. But guess what? I look back at that and, you know, I say, you know what? I'm in a better place now than I was then. And that's the great key about this card. Grieve it, mourn it, let it go. You know, shed a few tears. You know, ask a few questions to the universe. You know, why me? You know, why did this happen? But at the end, know that, you know, weeks down the road, months down the road, years down the road, you're going to be better off. At the same time, when you mourn it, when you shed those tears, when you just say, you know what, I'm done, I'm letting it go, it brings closure to it. And every time you go back and you open that door, when it closes a little bit more. And before you realize it, the mourning's done. You don't even recognize it. All right? And, you know, it's just time to move on. This could take a long time. And it doesn't have to be sad. You know, you look at some of these cultures that, you know, when people pass away, they celebrate life. You know, they celebrate the fact that so-and-so touched their spirit. You know, was an integral part of us, or that project was an integral part of us, you know. And, you know, sometimes people get withdrawals from that. But for the most part, it doesn't have to be sad. You know, just celebrate that life that, you know, you were involved in something. And those that have moved on are kept alive in our thoughts and our hearts. You know, if you end up leaving that job, or you know, pre-COVID you had a job, post-COVID you didn't, and you know, you're finding out you don't have a job, let it go. All right, remember the friends that you did have. Remember the opportunity that you got, you know, to create a skill set, to broaden that skill set. All right, and know that, you know, hey, at this point in time in my life, on this path that I'm on, you know, that was what I needed to learn. I needed to learn some growth. I needed to learn some maturity. I needed to learn some emotional balance. Okay, I needed to learn how to work in Excel better. Okay, that's a great skill set I can take forward with doing something else. At the same time, the spirits that are up there in the universe, heaven, however you want to look at it, your ancestral guides, your spirit guides, you know, your angelic guides, they continue to guide you on your spiritual journey, on your spiritual path. They continue to give you the insight, the nudge to move this way or that way, the opportunity to talk to spiritual advisors in the form of court cards. Okay, I can hold all these up here together. You know, you got all four here. You got the king, who's wise, who can give you the advice. You got the queen, okay, that is nurturing. You got the knight, the horse over here to help you with your quest, to carry you, okay, to get you that, you know, to get you that open message. And then you got the page over here trying to learn, you know, helping you see the messages as they come through. Powerful week, you know. And then you got the two major arcana, you know, in between all that, wanting you to love yourself and find that inner strength. When you put all that together and you've come to a decision where it's, you know what, I'm done, I'm moving forward, and whether I hurt people in the process, you know, if my, you know, boss gets ticked off at me because I'm leaving the job or whatnot, you know what, I gave my best. I gave my best to the organization. I give my love to the organization. And, you know, it's time to move on. Other people may not understand it. You understand your spiritual path. You understand your spiritual quest. Okay? Take that time to mourn, but continue moving forward. That's today's message for the Spirit's Path. That's 7 of Vessels, that Mourning. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with others. And this is D for the Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, everybody.